Good morning, children. So, how are you all? I hope you all are fine at your home and taking care of yourself by maintaining proper social distancing, sanitizing your hands regularly, and wearing masks wherever necessary. All of you are taking care of yourself now? Very well. So, children, today I am going to start your another tutorial that is based on lesson number 14, that is electric current and its effect. In our classes and in the last tutorial that has been sent to you yesterday, in that tutorial we had covered magnetic effects of current and we had covered heating effects of current. What is the heating effect of current? It means electric energy gets converted into heat energy, isn't it? On passing current, right? So that is called as heating effect of current. And what are the applications? Yes, we had discussed 3 applications of heating effects of current. Number 1 is electrical appliances. These electrical appliances like iron, they all are having a coil inside them. And this coil is made up of nichrome wire. And now when we pass current from it, it gets heated and becomes red hot. And what about the bulb? Bulb contains a filament which is made up of tungsten. We had already discussed about it in previous lectures. Okay, children, can you tell me why the bulb will not glow if still it is attached in a circuit? What may be the reasons? It may be the tungsten may have broken down. Okay, or your circuit is incomplete. You have to check it thoroughly. Okay, there are some reasons. We all had already done it in the 6th class also. Remember? Now, today we are going to discuss about the third and the last application of heating effects of current, that is electric fuse. Have you all seen electric fuse? Bete, electric fuse, it is found in everybody's home. It is of almost this sort. Okay, now it has been changed, but this is the electric fuse. Can you see this? This electric fuse is having a wire. Can you see this wire which is tightly attached with this fuse? Yes. Bache, you know what is the use of this wire and why this electric fuse is added in our electrical system? Yes, this electrical fuse basically it acts as a safety device. Do you know? It is a safety device. Why it is a safety device? Because whenever there is a more current, the current comes in more amount as required. This fuse maintains that current. How? You all can see that there is a wire here, isn't it? Can you see the wire of the fuse? And what is this wire made up of? This wire is made up of alloy. And what is alloy? Mixture of metals. It is an alloy of tin and copper. It is an alloy of tin and copper metal. And beta, what does this alloy do? What does this wire do? Beta, when this wire is having an average melting point, means whenever the current comes more than the required amount, this wire gets heated up and because of its melting point, it gets melted. And whenever this wire gets melted, definitely in a circuit, suppose this is a circuit, okay, I will say a bulb here. This is the simplest circuit, okay, I am not attaching the switch, just to guide you. This is a circuit, it will work, okay. Now what happens if a wire cut from here? Is this circuit completed? Will the bulb glows? No. This is the role of the electric fuse. Whenever the current comes in large amount, current flows in large amount, the wire melts and it cuts the circuit. Okay, and whenever the electric circuit cuts, obviously the current stops flowing. This protects our devices, our appliances from being damaged due to high voltage or high current. Okay, so what can we say what is electric fuse? It is a safety device which breaks the circuit. It is a safety device which breaks the circuit whenever there is a excessive flow of current. Okay, whenever there is excessive flow of current. So children, I hope it is clear to all of you what is fuse. Okay, so this is our electric fuse. You can check the fuse at your homes also, but I will advise you, do not check the fuse that are attached to the main lines of your house. It may be risky. Okay, do not check them when it is in working condition. You can check the destroyed fuse. Okay, so what is fuse? It is a safety device because it prevents our electrical appliances from being damaged whenever there is an excessive flow of current. Excessive means when current flows in large amount. Now why the current flows in large amount? What are the reasons? There may be two reasons why current flows in large amount. Reasons why current flows in large amount. For excessive flow of current. Okay? What are the reasons or causes? Number one is short circuit. Now what is short circuit? You have often heard the word that there is short circuit. You know, what do you mean by short circuit? Bete, whenever we will set up the connection, you might have seen the plug. It is having three components, right? It means we can attach three wires with the plug. What are these three wires? Bache, these three wires are having name live wire, neutral wire and earth wire. Means live wire, neutral wire and earth wire. There are three types of wires which we connect in our system. Okay. So what these wires do? You can say live wire and neutral wire. These are the two wires that we have connected with the positive and negative terminals. Okay. And by mistake or by accidentally, by any fault caused, these two wires, they get combined at any point. Means the two wires, they get crossed at any point. If the wires get crossed at any point, then the current flows in greater amount, in excessive amount, in huge amount, and that is called as short circuit. Okay, so what is short circuit? We can say sudden flow of very large current. Okay, suddenly it starts flowing. As soon as these wires get in contact with each other, the current starts flowing immediately. So what is short circuit? It is a sudden flow of excessive current due to the direct contact of live wire and neutral wire. Right? So what is it? Sudden flow of current due to direct contact. That may be happen accidentally, okay, but it is called as short circuit. Okay ji, I hope that is clear. And what should be the other reason of this excessive flow of current? The other reason may be overloading. If you overload your circuit, as it is clear from the name, overloading means when you connect too much of the appliances with a less battery resource. That overloading also cause excessive flow of current, and this can also cause damage to our system. Okay, so our electrical system can also be damaged if we connect too much of the things. Like your home system, if we talk about your home system, it is allowed that you can connect 2 or 3 ACs. AC take too much of load of current now. You can connect 2 or 3 ACs. But for a sudden, suppose there is some function and you have immediately started 7 to 8 ACs on the same system, then that will create a disturbance, that will create a fault in your electrical system. Okay, that will cause overloading, and due to which excessive flow of current, and fuse will help in that case also. The fuse wire will melt, and when the fuse wire will melt, your system will be protected, your appliances will be protected, otherwise they all get damaged. Okay, so what is overloading? Overheating. Overheating of the electrical wire in the circuit. What is it? Overheating of electrical wiring in the circuit when we attach too much of the appliances, okay, due to which a large current flows from it. Alright, I hope the function of the electric circuit is clear to you, and there are reasons why excessive current flows from the circuit. Is it clear to you all? Okay children, now we will move to our activity. I hope this chapter will be clear. It ends our chapter. Only one topic, that is our activity, is left. And what is the activity? Our activity is to study the heating effects of current. What is our activity? Children, you all have to do this activity in your activity file, to study heating effects of current. Okay? Heating effects of current. And to perform this activity, what we need? What are the things or material required? For this activity, I have used certain things. Firstly, 2 big nails, or you can say screws. They should be bigger so that it should be clear. Then thermocol sheet, a small thermocol sheet. Okay. Then wires, copper wire, and you can use copper wire or you can use nichrome wire. Okay, nichrome wire is must. However, you can add copper wire with the nichrome wire also. Okay, then there is copper wire, battery. These are and a switch, obviously, because we have to make a circuit. Okay, so these are the things we require to perform this activity. What is this activity? To show the heating effects of current. Now children, I will show you. I hope this is visible to you. Is it? Now children, what is it? It is actually of this type. Can you see the 2 nails? They are attached with a wire. Right? These are the 2 nails, they are attached with a wire, and this wire is called as nichrome wire. I have used the nichrome wire here. Okay. Now I am turning on the apparatus so that it is visible to you. This is nichrome wire, and this is attached with a bulb. Bete, this bulb is not required at all. However, I am using it to show you that switch is on and it is working. This circuit is working. To show this, I have attached a bulb. Otherwise, there is no need of the bulb. We just want to show you that this wire gets heated up. and it is attached with the battery. From the other terminal, it is also attached with the battery. Can you see the black and red wire of the battery? Now, what will I do? I will just switch on the battery. Can you see the glowing bulb over here? I hope the glowing bulb is visible to all of you. So, children, if I will keep this apparatus on for some time, then the wire here which is attached to these nails, it gets heated. It gets bit heated. Okay, it is less visible here. We can only feel the heat of this wire. If when you all will come, I will show you again. It gets heated. This wire gets heated. And this shows the heating effects of the current. In this you can see I am just passing the current and nothing I am doing. But still the wire gets heated. Why the wire gets heated? Because of the resistance that we had already discussed. Okay. So what will we write in the procedure? Set up the apparatus as shown in the diagram. You all have to draw the diagram also. Okay. Then connect the battery, switch on it, and observation, we observe that the wire, nichrome wire which is attached to the nails, it gets heated. What is the result? The result is this wire gets heated up. And what should be the circuit diagram? Yes, what should be the circuit diagram of this? All of you know that? Okay. Since bulb is not required, so I am not using the bulb in the circuit diagram also. I am just using two nails. Okay. These are the two nails and it is attached with a nichrome wire. Okay. These nichrome wire, they are fixed at a thermocol sheet. Okay, ji? They are very much fixed at a thermocol sheet. So it is fixed over here, and now from this iron rod I have passed a wire and it is connected to a battery. Children, remember which this large line and small line indicates? Yes, this indicates the positive and negative terminals of the battery. Then it is attached to a switch and this is attached to another point. Okay, I hope it is clear. When we will switch on the circuit for some time, then this wire gets heated and after certain time it becomes red hot. Okay, so what is it? It is a nichrome wire. Right? This shows the heating effect of current. This is a copper wire we are using. Right? What is it? It is a switch. Remember? Battery. This is positive terminal of the battery and it is the negative terminal of the battery. Is it clear? I hope it is clear to all. So children, I am going to erase it and now we are going to discuss the back exercises of this chapter. Back question answers of this chapter. So let's do it side by side. Okay. They are very easy. Some of them, they are having the diagrams only. So children, let us start with back exercises. Okay. So firstly, we have to draw the few symbols. These symbols we had already done in our classes and given in the book, so I am not writing here again. Next it is draw a circuit diagram to represent the circuit given over here. Because the circuit is given over here and we have to draw its circuit diagram. If you have seen it, you can start it from one point, means like I will start it from a bulb. Okay, A bulb is there. So I have started from that point only. After the bulb, one end of the bulb is connected to a cell. Remember, it is a cell here. And which terminal it is connected? It is, I suppose, connected to a negative terminal, right? And the other terminal of the bulb, it is connected to a switch. See, it is the switch of safety pin, right? And it is on. So this is the circuit diagram for question number 2. Isn't it? It is very easy. Start it from one point and then move on as the circuit is moving. It will be very easy for you. Okay. Now next, in the third, you just have to draw the lines. How can you connect these cells? Simple. You can connect the positive to the negative. There are 4 cells given in this manner. Isn't it? There are 4 cells drawn here. And you just have to draw lines. How can we connect these cells? Isn't it? It will be very easy for all of you. You just have to draw the lines. And how can we draw the lines? We can draw the lines that firstly the positive end should be out. Negative end should be connected with the positive of this. Negative of this should be connected this. Now, what type of joining is this is called as? This is called as connecting in series, because I have connected negative end of one cell to the positive end of other cell. Okay. In the fourth question, circuit is given and it is said that bulb is not glowing here. What may be the probable reasons? The probable reasons may be that the battery is not connected properly. If you can check, cells, they are not connected properly. Positive terminal is attached with the positive terminal. So, what may be the reason? Positive terminal should be attached to negative terminal so that cell may be connected. Question number 5. Name the 2 effects of current. All of you know it very clearly. Heating effects of current and magnetic effects of current. We had covered it all. 6. When the current is switched on through a wire, a compass needle kept nearby gets deflected. Hanji beta, when we pass the current from the needle, compass needle, if it is present, it gets deflected. It shows deflection. Why? Because magnetic field is created by the electric current. Okay. And this magnetic field deflects the needle. Okay. Magnetic field created by the electric current, it deflects the needle. Now 7. Beta, there is a circuit in which magnetic needle is there and wire is there, then bulb is there, switch is there, and it is being said that if switch is off, magnetic needle does not show deflection. Why? Beta, I told you magnetic needle shows deflection only when current is passed, and in question number 7, the source of current, that is cell or battery, is missing. How current flows? And if no current flows, then no magnetic field is created, and obviously there is no deflection in the needle. So what is the reason? Because there is no source of electricity. Let us continue with fill in the blanks. Longer line in the cell. Yes, if it is a cell, this longer line, what does this longer line represent? Which terminal is it? It is a positive terminal. Okay? It is the positive terminal. Combination of 2 or more cells is called a battery. We had done so many times. When current is switched on in the room heater, it becomes red hot. room heater, because it contains nichrome wire, so it becomes red hot and it emits heat. Safety device, which is based on the heating effects of current, we have just studied, it is a fuse. It is based on heating effects of current. Now mark true or false. To make two cells, battery of two cells, negative or terminal of one cell is connected to the negative terminal of another cell. No. We again and again discuss battery will be made when negative of one is connected with the positive of other. Second, when the electric current flows through the fuse, it exceeds a certain limit. Does the fuse wire melts? Yes, we had just studied fuse wire melts and thus protect us, our system. An electromagnet does not attract a piece of iron. Yes, electromagnet attracts or does not attract. They are writing does not attract. It means they are saying false. Electromagnet rather is a much stronger magnet. It can attract iron pieces much more than a bar magnet. Okay. Electric bell has an electromagnet. Yes, we had studied. It is having an electromagnet of U shape. Remember? Do you think electromagnet can be used for separating plastic bags? No. Why? Because plastic bag is a non-magnetic material and electromagnet cannot attract non-magnetic materials. Okay? So plastic is a non-magnetic material. Children, now it's question number 11. An electrician that is carrying out repair work at your home, he tries to replace this fuse with a wire. Will you advise him to do so? I suppose you should not advise him to do so. It should not be advisable to replace the electric fuse with a wire, because if the wire is of high melting point, okay, then it will not break, and if the wire will not break, the circuit will not be cut off. And if the circuit will not be cut off, then our all the appliances, it may be AC, it may be refrigerator, it may be LEDs or anything, even tubes, fans, they receive much more current than they afford. So they all get damaged. It can also cause to the fire, that we call it as electric fire, that may be very dangerous. Okay, so it is not advisable to change the fuse with a wire, because it is dangerous, as it may lead to fire also. It may cause to damage to our electrical appliances whenever there is a excessive overflow of current. Alright, I hope it is clear to you. Now children, come to question number 12. Zubeda made an electric circuit using a cell holder given at page number 162, a switch and a bulb. Now when she put the switch at on position, the bulb will not glow. What are the probable reasons that the bulb will not glow? In this question you have to write what may be the reasons why bulbs will not glow. Firstly, bulb will not glow. Maybe she has not connected the correct terminals of these cells together. Like, firstly, she has to check is the positive terminal and the negative terminal of the other cell are connected. Secondly, she has to check the cell. Is it fused or is it working? If it is fused, then obviously she has to replace that bulb. Thirdly, she has to check the circuit so that there is no breakage, there is no gap between the circuit. If it is correct, then her circuit will be working, otherwise not. Now come to the 13th and last question. There is a circuit diagram given here and they are asking, first point, will any of the bulb glow if switch is not on? Yes, if switch is not on, it means circuit is not completed. Will the current flow in open circuit? No. Then will the bulb glow? No. So what would be the answer of first part? Obviously it is no. And what would be the answer of second part? When the switch is turned to on position, which bulb will glow first? Bete, all the bulbs, they glow simultaneously. No one bulb will glow first, no one is glowing at the end. Okay, I hope the topic, the chapter is clear to you, and we will meet again in the class. Bye bye.